Clement here from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, and today I have a deflector board in my possession here, because the topic of today is to experience all aspects of the shot with all of your senses, okay? So when I'm getting ready to deliver a shot to a specific target, so I've got a draw, let's say I'm going to go from my keep out sign to my wet paint sign. So I'm lining up on wet paint, which is a little bit left to keep out, and I'm going to release towards keep out. So when I'm looking down here, I am making a prediction that when I release, when I throw my club toward the keep out sign, or I release the sword toward the keep out sign, that the sole of the club is going to cut the dandelion stem, right? So you understand that the golf club is a grass cutting tool, and if the sole of the club, say if this is a dandelion, and if the sole of the club cuts the dandelion stem, well, the ball is going to meet the center of the club face. So, I have my deflector board, and it just happens to have a little arrow in front here. I want to feel that when I deliver my action in that direction, that the sole of the club is going to cut through the stem and along this arrow right here. So, because I have a deflector board, now my brain says, well, hey, if you cut the dandelion stem, we expect to hear some pretty loud noises, and we expect to feel the sole of the club deflecting firmly along the surface of this deflector board. It's like a sheet of ice. So I am getting ready to experience. Now, if I deliver out there, I'm going to miss. I'm going to top. Oh, now I feel the sole of the club is going to deflect. So let's feel that. Yes, I delivered towards my target, and yes, I heard the sound, I felt the deflection, it felt right through the cut, and I feel like I got right through the front. So what you can do is go to your local club maker or the local golf store and see if you can purchase one off of them, or I would get like a little sheet of plexiglass, something that's relatively thick over at Home Depot, and so it's about 1.5 by 3 feet, something like that. You can go maybe something a little bit bigger, and use one of those Sharpies that are like silver, a nice fluorescent color, and do a couple of markings on it where you have a circle to put the ball, and then an arrow in front of that you feel that you're going to peel on the way through, because you want to catch dandelion first, and then the ball, and then the deflector board. You don't want to catch the deflector board prior to, okay? And you'll be able to experience the feel of catching the ball first, then that deflector board. So start with a little perpetual motion drill. Feel the weight of it. Let it deflect. And I could just put a little Velcro on the bottom of that to hold it with that mat. Grab that again. So let's say I'm going to hit a fade. Aim left of wet paint. Ball a little forward. Club face a little less closed. Yes, I released to the left of wet paint. And yes, I heard and felt the experience of that. So if you remove that, and let's say I hit it off the wood. So now, I expect to hear and feel something different. We'll go back to the little fade from wet paint to keep out. Ball's a little lower than my feet right now, no big deal. I just have to get lower. So if the ball's way down here, hear that sound? So I got to the ground. So I'm low enough where when I release there, does it feel like the sole of the club's going to deflect along the paint right there? Yes, it does. There we go. So, notice that nice little bit of paint there on the bottom of the club. So I'm looking for that nice deflection. Let's try that again. Wet paint. Gather. Release the wet paint. Yes, I did. So you heard that sound. So now when we get onto grass, well, now I'm getting ready to feel and hear a little bit different experience. So you heard that sound. A lot more muffled, of course. A lot softer, and I have a little more, I can get a little deeper with that and take a little bit deeper divot. There we go. Yes, I experienced the sole of the club dragging through the pile of that mat on the way to my target. So try to use different surfaces and immerse all of your senses in the shot. Make a prediction from it. When I deliver there, I expect to hear this, feel this, see that. Okay? And man, that's going to make such a difference, especially when you're peeling it out of a divot, or hitting it out of a flyer lie, or hitting out of thicker rough that's going to grab the club. You're going to be much more equipped to hear, feel, and see the results on the different lies on the golf course. That's why you see a lot of the pros on tour, it's like a piece of cake for them to peel it off a cart path. Just hitting off a cart path is just like hitting off a lie board. So you can, when you practice on a lie board, it's like practicing on a cart path. So enjoy that, and we'll see you in the next video.